Hey guys, it's been a minute. This is the on switch for the machine. You can build this wherever in your world you want, and this will receive that same signal so long as you enter the correct repeater delays. So let's say I'm a million blocks out, all the way over near this village. If I decide to build a new module right here with the same repeater signals in place, if I go ahead and click this note block, it'll send the signal wirelessly about a million blocks away, and I will still be TP. There are a few important notes that I need to go over so that you guys know exactly how to use the device. The first is the actual direction of the IDs and how to set them on each of these receivers. As you can see on the transmitter, we have 4 repeaters for the locations. That means we'll have 256 different possible locations you can set in this machine, which, let's be honest, is way more than you're gonna ever need. And you also have 3 repeaters for each player, so up to 64 players can use their own thing. Like I said, I am just showing you guys a single one, so this is not going to change. On the receiver itself, this is mirrored right here. This is for the location, these repeaters, and this is for the player. So as you can see, the location is set to tick 3, 3, 3, 3, and this player is set to 3, 2, 1. If you are looking at the receiver straight on like this, where the bubble column is on the left, this is actually the inverse way around. So player ID 3, 2, 1 has to match in this direction over here, 3, 2, 1, from left to right on the transmitter. It's the same for the location ID, but this doesn't matter right now because I have this set all to 3. If you're going to set up a transportation hub throughout your world, I would recommend building 1 receiver and 1 transmitter per spot. So in your home base, build 1 receiver and 1 transmitter, and wherever you want to go, build 1 receiver and 1 transmitter over there as well. I am putting the schematics in the description for each of these. So this is the transmitter. This is a 1-player receiver with a 5-high bubble column. You can expand this if you want, of course. And if you have Litematica, which, because I'm not doing a build tutorial on here, you're gonna have to use, then you'll be able to see the material list on there. If you don't know how to do that, I can give you a quick rundown right now. Simply go into your Litematica menu, go into schematic placements, click configure, and you'll be able to see the material list right here. You can ignore the signs. These are just for your reference. I'll explain that in a second. And if you want, you can click Info HUD, which will allow you to see it in the bottom right of your screen as you're playing, so you can easily collect them. The same is true, of course, for the transmitter. There's another schematic for that as well. Each of these signs has a number of unstackable items that you need to place in each one of these droppers. I don't know exactly how this farm works, so I cannot explain exactly what it's doing. Just know that it works. It is important to note that this is not cross-dimensional, okay? So if you're in the overworld and you build a transmitter, a receiver is not going to receive the signal if it's in the nether. You can only do overworld transmitter to overworld receiver and vice versa. If you're in the nether, it'd be nether transmitter to nether receiver. If you're in the end, you get the important note number 69. This rail over here must be placed slanted like this. It should not be flat. The rail must be placed diagonally. And how you do that is you just place another rail here and then break it. Now, a bit of an unfortunate accident. There was one time I was AFKing on the realm, built the chunk loader underground. It was not lit up, so a bat spawned in the chunk loader, hitting the pearl, and I suffocated in the block while I was AFK. So that is why these torches are here. If you are going to build this underground, you need to make sure that it's lit up so no bats can spawn and accidentally hit your pearl. When you build the farm, I recommend building it in as few chunks as possible because this whole receiver needs to be chunk loaded in order for the transmitter to actually send the signal. The transmitter itself does not need to be chunk loaded, as, well, it'll be chunk loaded when you're standing right next to it to transmit the signal, but the receivers all need to be chunk loaded. If you want to know how to make one of these chunk loaders, you can look it up. Because you can do this with just 1 ender pearl chunk loader, don't even bother with another one. Let me just show you how to build a pearl chunk loader real quick. Once you have a column of about 7 blocks in height, if you're like digging in the ground, then you'll have enough. Place a soul sand at the bottom, water bucket at the top, fill it up with kelp, break the kelp, then you just have to throw a pearl and it's done. This is why I don't like using the other ones. This is just dirt. Because you're using a pearl, I recommend having feather falling 4, as every time you teleport, you're gonna take a little bit of damage. Feather falling 4 basically reduces this to none. I also recommend an enderman farm because, well, you need pearl. But other than that, this is a wireless teleporter that just works. Again, all credit goes to Gourditem for coming up with this absolutely brilliant design. I will leave a link to his video in the description. Make sure to go check it out for more in-depth explanation. Hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Have fun teleporting in your world. It's really cool. See you later.